Am I the a-hole for finding it hard to care that my wife claimed she was assaulted after she got me thrown in jail? Part 2. She berated me for not caring about the kid, for not being a leader, for not being sincere in my faith, and so on. I was pretty surprised, and then got really angry. But I didn't raise my voice. I just said I knew she was stressed about the kid, but to please be calm about this and we could talk about it later. She continued berating me as I drove us out of the parking garage, trying my best not to get even more distracted. About 10 minutes later, she stops talking and is only looking out of the window. Then halfway on the road home, she suddenly takes her seatbelt off and demands to be let out. I ask her if she's crazy, stating it's almost 11 at night. She demands I let her out and starts hitting the steering wheel. I pull over, not wanting to get into an accident. She continues to hit the steering wheel, then starts hitting me, yelling, "You useless man!" over and over. Then she storms out of the car and slams the door hard, walking away from me. I follow slowly behind her, obviously not wanting her to get lost, or worse, get hurt. But then she turns and yells at me, telling me to stop following her. I obviously don't listen. She walks and I follow for about 15 minutes, then suddenly I see her make a phone call. I thought she was calling her mom, until I see red and blue flashing lights behind me. She'd called the police on me. She waved for them to stop, and they pulled over in front of her. She pointed at me in the car, then the cops came over to talk to me. They asked me to stay in the car, asked about my license and if I had any firearms in the car. I just raised my hands and said no. This is where things get ridiculous. They told me my wife said I was a stalker, and that I had been following her for the past mile. I said I was her husband, and that we'd had an argument and I was following her to make sure she was safe. The cops then went back to talk to her, and she started crying and yelling that I was an abuser and was stalking her as a way of controlling her. She threw herself to the ground and started flailing like she was possessed. One of the cops stayed with her while the other came over and asked me to get out of the car. He muttered an apology as he cuffed me. I was fucking pissed. They were arresting me? He apologized again and said something like, "Come back for part 3.